Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Nerd Chronicles here. This is your host, Christian Paul speaking. What you're about to see in this episode contains graphic content, whether it's like graphic visuals or graphic language or both. Even though I personally won't be saying these things for professional reasons, to actually try to prove a point professionally and as respect of professionalism, there will be clips in there that may be obscene to some viewers involved. Like some may find appalling, like some of the way that people speak when those clips are shown. Some of them may be found appalling. Just want to try and give you like a heads up literally ahead of time. There will be a clean version of this where those clips will not be shown, or if they are shown, like the words would probably more will definitely be edited out. All right, just please take note of that. Viewer discretion is advised.
Tito, we love you. Tell Terry Fred Carter to fuck off. Stay down, Quan. Come on, get mad. Get mad. Get mad. Get mad. Get mad. I'm from Cleveland. I'm from Cleveland. Go Guardians. Come on, Sproul. Fuck that. Fuck that. Come on, Sproul. Fuck that. Hit me, motherfucker. I said I
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're going to actually do a quick description of the 2022 New York Yankees current baseball season. Coming out of Major League Baseball once again. Just to be very, very clear, this team right here is part of the Aaron Judge era. You know what I'm saying? Like how he helms the whole team, like he runs the whole show. If you want more information like how they actually came to form, you can definitely look them up on Wikipedia or MLB, and I'll have more of the information up here. But because I have about less than 10 minutes to actually describe a quick breakdown and get some proofs on where the Yankees are at the standings, we gotta try and make this very quickly. So please bear with me. So, New York Yankees, right? Clearly a part of the American League and MLB, specifically the American League East, right? For more information, look that up on Wikipedia. And side note, the New York Mets, crosstown rivals up in the New York City metropolitan area. They're part of the National League and the Major League Baseball, specifically the NL East, right? I digress. Now, last season, the Yanks were freshly eliminated in the wild card game by the Boston Red Sox, the longtime rivals ever since MLB's beginnings, as well as division rivals as well. We know that Houston Astros last year are the defending AL champions, in which they lost to the Atlanta Braves in the World Series, who are the defending World Series champions. Now, the current third baseman Gio Urshela was able to resign with the Yankees on basically a few $1 million deal with a new contract in November of 2021, only to be traded to the Minnesota Twins along with catcher Gary Sanchez. That was actually part of that new core along with Aaron Judge, in exchange for third baseman Josh Donaldson, who was the American League most valuable player for the Toronto Blue Jays years ago, as well as shortstop Isaiah Kiner-Falefa and catcher Ben Rhodes.
We got to play better, period. And the great thing is, it's right in front of us. It's right here, and we can fix it. It's right here. It's there, and we can run away with this thing. And we got the dudes in there to do it. We got to do it, you know?
Making him leave anyway. Well, he shuts the fuck up and sits down.
Aaron Judge, the legendary outfielder, like the hardcore home run hitter, chasing Roger Maris's record as we know it. He's currently resigned to a 1-year arbitration during the season, about $19 million, if I'm not mistaken. That could end up becoming his most impactful year as we know it. Right? First baseman Anthony Rizzo, who won a World Series with the Chicago Cubs in 2016, resigned to New York Yankees for 2 more years, and then the Yankees traded for catcher Jose Trevino from the Texas Rangers, in which the Yankees have started exploding from the beginning of April all the way through July 9th, and basically dominated much of the American League and the rest of MLB by storm. Now they have one big problem, right? Houston Astros, right? They're right on the tail of the New York Yankees, okay? They still got much of their core intact, especially with shortstop Carlos Correa gone, dipping out Houston for the Twins via free agency. Look where they're at now. Pitcher Justin Verlander, right? Returned back from injury after dealing with a Tommy John surgery and resting up 2 years back-to-back with injuries, all the craziness, and their pitching staff has been loaded and their hitting staff has been lethal, with the skipper/manager Dusty Baker leading the way, Now you got other concerns when it comes to the National League in the MLB, right? The crosstown rivals, the Mets, have had a drastic improvement from last season under the new skipper Buck Showalter, who was hired last 2021. They acquired Max Scherzer, the pitcher, via free agency, which he played for the Tigers, Nationals, as well as Dodgers. He won a World Series with the Washington Nationals in 2019. Right, they made a big move right there, keeping that core along with Jacob deGrom. First baseman Pete Alonso having a lethal year. Shortstop Francisco Lindor also having a lethal year all throughout the season. Right, the Atlanta Braves, the defending World Series champions, have been surging as well, especially since first baseman Freddie Freeman left via free agency to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Right, and also first baseman Matt Olson was actually traded from the team. And no, Freddie Freeman was the cornerstone for that team prior to his departure. Now, speaking of which, the Los Angeles Dodgers have been on fire, right? Since acquiring Freeman, re-signing shortstop Trey Turner, who was traded from the Nationals, along with Max Scherzer around 2021. And they have the pitching unit be on a roll, even with pitcher Walker Buehler out for the season with huge injury, as well as pitcher Trevor Bauer serving a current 2-year suspension from the league due to the domestic violence policies that he's been having back in Ohio as well as in California, right? And the Dodgers currently have the best season record. Now, when it comes to the St. Louis Cardinals, right, they've also been on fire since first baseman designated hitter Albert Pujols has returned there from the Dodgers and the Angels 1 more year before retirement, right? Also, catcher Yadier Molina as well as pitcher Adam Rare will also retire after this season. First baseman Paul Goldschmidt is in contention for the National League Triple Crown, which basically is the basic major league leading in RBIs, batting average, as well as home runs. Right, that's what the Triple Crown is about. And he's also in the running for the National League Most Valuable Player. Third baseman Nolan Arenado is also in contention for the NL MVP. Right now, Philadelphia Phillies, we know they're still alive for playoff contention for the National League, as well as the Milwaukee Brewers and the San Diego Padres. It means huge blockbuster moves in order to couple up with the Fernando Tatis and Manny Machado situation, acquiring Juan Soto, from the Nats. Acquiring Josh Hader from the Brewers. Definitely acquiring Judge Bell as well. Definitely getting like Brent, whatever his name is. I forgot his name. Excuse me. Pardon me if I can. I'll try to come up. I believe he's next to first baseman in case one of them goes to DH as well. So that's basically what's been going on with San Diego.
Oh!
Back to the top of the batting order, the second baseman, Jose.
Come on, thumbs down.
What on earth is going on in the House of Commons?
Right, so the Yanks, after July 9th, as of August 29th of 2022, they have a record of 14-28, if I'm not mistaken. Now, today is August 31st. They are actually currently playing against the Angels right now at the time of this recording at 9:58 p.m. Yesterday, they're now at 15-28 on August 30th. They acquired outfielder Harrison Bader from the Cardinals and exchanged for pitcher Jordan Montgomery. Acquired outfielder Adam Benintendi from the Kansas City Royals and exchanged for some prospects. And we're going to understand the key injuries during that period. At the time, since July 9th, John Stanton, who was the outfielder in DH, strained his Achilles. He was the one that had like a big year up in Miami prior to him being traded to the Yankees, having 56 homers and 107 RBIs. Matt Carpenter was basically like a cornerstone for the St. Louis Cardinals, even after Albert Pujols' departure, who was also an outfielder as well. Had a broken left foot at the time, and he was there during the struggles. Won't be able to return until late September. Luis Severino was dealing with a lat injury. You know, he should be back sometime this week or next week. Pitcher Jihad Green, torn on a collateral ligament, out for the rest of the year. Pitcher Michael King, broken elbow, out for the year, as well as pitcher Albert Abreu being in the injured list. And since then, Astros have lapped the New York Yankees for the best record in the American League. And ever since then, Yankee fans have been losing their minds and have been literally crying to heavens, literally praying to God since. Golly, the New York City metropolitan area is so unforgiving and impatient, even when you're dealing with struggling teams. My goodness.
Baby Prada, she popped it for the dollar.
Who your daddy?
come and look at the standings where you see up in the American League of Major League Baseball, right? So the Yankees, they currently stand at 79-51, second for the top spot, where the Houston Astros basically have. They're literally 4 games back of the Astros, as we know. Cleveland, they're basically 9 games actually, or 8 games actually at Cleveland as we speak right now. We got the AL teams really up in contention also as well. Let me get this out of the way. I tell you, this is very, very insane what's going on. And the National League, if they do make it to the World Series, these are the teams right here that they gotta be dealing with. Uh-oh, uh-oh.
No, the Yankees thing, it's all frustrating, man. There's all stuff that I don't like that I'm hoping. I'm not really using it as an excuse because I want the Yankees to not be this way. But if you hear the quotes and see what they're doing with Marinaccio and Rizzo saying that, they're this way. They're not going to take August seriously. They're going to accrue rest, get healthy. So, man, I'm just struggling. And there are things I'm worried about, but there's early things like Herman pitching, not worried about it. And he did all right in the end, I think. Some of the relievers we're seeing, not worried about Albert Abreu. I don't think he's part of the postseason. I hope not. But then there's other stuff I am worried about. And then I really just want Stanton to come back and Rizzo to come back. And then let's go. The two of them not in the lineup is huge.
Outside of Judge, like the biggest fear factors on our team should be Rizzo and Stanton.